Hello and welcome to my 5.5k special. Since I reached a midpoint on the way to 6k, I thought a middle special would be fun to make, and what other way to do it than some overdone Q&A special where I let you, the viewer, ask me the questions. I honestly wasn't expecting this many questions, honestly talk like 5 people at max will give a shit, but hey, I am grateful. Since this will mostly be me answering questions, I thought I'd do it the natural way and not under the heavy blanket I usually voice in, cause it's kinda hard to breathe under there. This video as well won't have too much visual editing, so if you're audio only when you hear this sound, you will know that there will be something visual related to the question. So before I start, I wish to thank everyone for these comments and help me to get to 5.5k subs. Honestly speaking, I will not be here without any of you, so gotta stay humble. Let's start with some casual questions, with a very nice comment left by Tree Crawler Gaming 2059. I'll be pretty alright in general, thank you for asking. Miko and Cesur Pro 500 ask what inspired me to start making videos. Well, I always have been a creative type, I love creating a Friday back in elementary school and I really like watching Pyrocynical and the Finnish YouTuber Ryaskel, so I just talk about following in their footsteps. I originally wanted to become a Let's Play channel, but I was a bit of a tech illiterate, so I couldn't get the audio working on any of my recordings, so that pushed me to create commentary and analysis type videos. Alright, next question. GenRiver715 and Reimu ask what's the name of the robot or why exactly that name. The robot's name is the same as the channel name, Trashbot AK, and the funny story behind the name is just that I was originally named Trash Talking Trash Can, cause I always joke about liking garbage stuff like Ratchet & Clank Q4's and being a Toho trash and all. Originally I felt the name was a bit misleading as I rarely did trash talk and it was rather long, so I sorted it to Trash Can. But then came a problem of it being such a generic name that my name will not be found on YouTube, so after a while I came up with the name Trashbot AK. And the AK is a reference to OmniFriend's 8000, the OG French Ratchet fielded. AK in general is just a nice addition to be found on YouTube. While we are talking about robots, Akibat20 asked why I picked the robot as my mascot. I know, robots are just cool. Have you seen the type of shit Optimus Prime does? It's so cool. Clank especially is great, he is the GOAT. Speaking of Clank, Mr. Shovelmin asked have I talked about redesigning Clank to be more unique. And the answer is yes. A few times actually this idea has popped into my head. Back in 2022 I talked about redesigning my mascot to be a bit original since it is just a Clank with a hat. The original idea was for him to be upgraded to Trash Snapper AK, a robot turtle engineer, as I am an NG main after all. But after asking for opinions of different people and even polling it, a lot prefer Clank instead. Plus there were some other problems like the face clipping, and I just thought a robot turtle would be seen as a bit lame and I'd rather not be mistaken as a furry, as no offense to any first watching, but I just like these animals just as a regular person vote about dogs and cats. I just shelved the idea, especially after getting bullied a bit of course. I have talked about just redesigning the mascot as a regular robot engineer with my favorite cosmetics or try to learn 3D modeling to make my own robot. But honestly, so many people, me included, just really like Clank with a hat as it's silly and there's quite many tubers with TF2 characters as their mascots, but not that many with Clank, and it's part of my channel's identity at this point, so I think I'll continue with Clank as the mascot. Plus again, he's the GOAT, the man. Which quite nicely leads me to our next question. X-Forest Gamer X asks have I talked about investing in a body tracking system and what happened to 7,999 trash bots. I actually have talked about getting some body tracking system but not for animating as I use Gmod and pretty sure it doesn't support it, but instead to replace the PNGs you see in these videos. Some sort of VTuber model like the dog that got jump scared.
Shampoo. Soap.
But I am broke. I can't stop investing into Fumos, so for now you will use PNGs. What happened to the prior trash bots? Well, I can tell you that it doesn't happen in the Ratchet games, as it's my own origin story. Back in the 2000 special, it was shown that there was a factory that produced trash-eating robots, but the 8000 model was defective and accidentally caused the facility to blow up. It survived and was activated in a trash can, hence the nickname Trash Can. And before we move on to more channel specific questions like TF2 and other game related questions, my current channel artist Mick asked me 4 questions. Question 1, do you wear wigs? Question 2, have you worn wigs? Question 3, will you wear wigs? Question 4, when will you wear wigs? Number 1, I don't. Number 2, yes. Number 3, no, I will just rock a bald head and become Kratos. And number 4, listen to 3. Alright, TF2 time. Griffin Baston asks how I found my niche. Honestly, it was a bit of an accident. I mostly prefer niche stuff in general and generally don't like talking about stuff that many others have talked about, and it's just wanted to cover some obscure TF2 maps and other people used like those types of videos, so I kept making more and here we are. Anarchia asks what is my number 1 favorite TF2 weapon. It's Widowmaker, I just love to keep on blasting people, especially when I have crits. Miko again asks what's my personal favorite TF2 map. Since I am bad at deciding, you'll get one official and custom. Mountain Lab is my favorite as I'm quite fond of its layout plus its Halloween variant. Manmother is my favorite Halloween map. And my favorite custom map is the Mario Kart B3. It has such a fun layout and it has so many mobility options that it's rare you won't have a boring game. Adam Desirous asked me 3 questions and wants me to give 2 or 3 reasons. This is fairly odd request, but alright. Number 1, I play for the items, I'm bad at gambling and only care about TF2 items. Number 2, I have seen this request a few times on my other videos and my answer is maybe. At the moment I am not too interested in the idea, but I might change my mind. Number 3, I'd nerf his clip size, make him reload his rifle and add a laser sight. The only thing I do to a Huntsman is fix that hitbox. Villain Hero 303 asks will I cover TF2 classified someday, and the answer is maybe. I am not currently too interested, but you never know, I might change my mind on it later. Let's move on to some miscellaneous questions. We will ask... I have no idea what any of that means, so let me just translate it real quick. Why can you read this, you little... Alright, fuck you too. Ireland is not a real country. You're an Englishman but ginger. Yes and Q, the catty guy asks what are my top 5 games of all time and will I make videos on them someday. My top 5 games are... Number 5, Sly 2. Number 4, Ratchet & Clank 3. Number 3, Doom Eternal. Number 2, Old School RuneScape. Number 1, TF2. I've done like 2 or 3 videos on Ratchet, but I have toyed around with an idea on showcasing the most powerful weapons found in every game, but gotta figure out how I could record my PS3 gameplay to do that and if there are enough people interested in the idea. I'm not too sure on Sly 2 or 3 on that matter, as while I love those games to death, I honestly don't know what I could talk about. I got some ideas for Doom in general, as Doom the Dark Ages came out almost a year ago, and I haven't done a review on that game yet, and Eternal could teach some people to get better on TF2, so I'll keep the tab open. I honestly would love to make more RuneScape videos, but not too sure if there's enough interest, but I'll keep it open as well. And TF2 is a bit obvious, so let's continue the questions. Ethosar, wait a second, that's the guy who made Lethargy Pools! He says hi and asks me what is my favorite weapon from Ratchet & Clank franchise and why it's Scorpion Flail. Hello Ito, I can pick one favorite, so I'll pick one from each game. Ratchet's Fun, Tesla Glove, Ratchet 2, Plasma Coil, Ratchet 3, Rift Inducer, Gladiator. Listen, Scorpion Flail fucks, but I quite like the Fuser Rifle, since it's almost like a railgun in that game, since it doesn't require you to zoom in to be able to aim. I know, heresy, you can call me fake fan now. Size matters, Lacerator's Secret Agent Clank, since you play as Clank and Ratchet. For Clank it's Cuffling Bomb, and for Ratchet it's Lacerator again. Tools of Destruction, Alpha Disruptor, Quest for Booty, it's again Alpha Disruptor. A Crack in Time, Buzz Blades. Alvor 1, Firemonger. Q-Force, Double Banger, Nexus, Firemonger, PS4, Firemonger again. This weapon is just outright broken in nearly all of the games it appears in, and I honestly love its design. Rift Apart, Ricochet, I'm quite fond of its gimmick. And finally, for the latest mobile game, Ranger Rumble, it's Enforcer, I do love double barrel shotguns. Kenu Dharma 13 asks what are my opinions on recent Toho games, and my opinions are, they exist. I gotta be quite honest, I kinda stopped following the games after Toho 18. I don't know why, but I just kinda lost interest in the newer games, as I enjoyed the older style of music a lot more compared to the newer tracks. The character designs went maybe a bit too overboard. I am still fan of the series, but probably should try and see what the newer games have to offer. Plus, at the moment, my fixation that will make sure no woman will ever talk to me shifted. It's a fairly niche property called Uma Musume, you all probably have never heard of it. Meisho Dotto and Riseshower are the best horses by the way. Sandwicher TF2 asks what I think about PvZ God of War 2. It exists. I never paid attention to it, as PvZ is not my type of a game. Dr. Longman 5899 asks Dalek or Necron. And finally, Mr. Syria 88 asks what characters I like to see in Poker Night 3. Characters I choose are TF2 Engineer, Scout from DRG, Samuel Hayden from Doom, and Vice Old Man from RuneScape. Are any of these realistic? Nope, but there's always a possibility. And that is all of the questions. Huge thanks to everybody who decided to leave a comment, it's all very much appreciated, and again, I will not be here if you people didn't give me a chance, to which I can't be grateful enough. Thank you all for watching and have a wonderful day.